Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Morning.
Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Spirit Business Forum, the last of the year, semi-festive. We've got lots of treats for you today. Secret Santa, Brian Quiz. We've got the Business Network Bingo that you've all got in front of you, and lots of other exciting things. So let's get moving. I'm your meeting chairman, as always. I'm going to take you through the agenda. At the request of Mr. Rogers, may I ask everybody who is not a member of the leadership team to be standing? Those sitting are members of the leadership team. Could you introduce yourselves to the standing meeting?
Hello everybody. I'm Brian, Social Secretary. Thank you.
Hooray! Morning everybody, I'm Terry, I'm a bit comfortable.
Morning guys, Ben, Education Coordinator.
Good morning, Scott, Meeting Secretary.
Thank you, everybody. You may all be seated. If any of you felt uncomfortable about that, if any of you felt put out by that, don't blame me, blame him. Right, let's get on with the meeting. As I say, lots of exciting things to come. First off is the Performance League. So let me call on Scott to give you the information.
Well, before we go a second further, let's start bingo, and let's just get one or two ground rules understood. You may not cheat to fill up your own squares. You just say what you've got to say, be who you are, and include your normal catchphrases and buzzwords, and do whatever it is. But there is no crafting your 60 seconds around winning a line. Although, to be fair, it doesn't matter stuff. There isn't a prize. So this is just for the fun of it. But if you do get a line, shout something as it comes. Don't wait on it.
I've got the line.
Yeah. Ho, 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 I think might be the call to make when you get a line. If anyone gets a full house, bloody well done to you. That'd be amazing. We're going to have to work collectively hard to do that. So that's Business Networking Bingo, thank you very much. Performance League, let's move on. Just 2 weeks recorded so far. And today being the last in the month, it's your chance to upset it and change it by recording everything today. Places at the top. I'll do the top 5. Brian Painter in 5th, 62 points. 66 points, Nick Cook in 4th. 70 points, 3rd place, Matt Barron. 80 points, 2nd place, Paul Booth. 114 points, man in the lead, Terry. As usual, I'll pass the Performance League around for you to read.
Thank you very much, Scott. After Scott comes the education slot.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning guys. Now what I thought I'd talk about today is last Monday when it really all snowed in and things like that, I settled down to watch and tucked in with my great niece and we watched The Polar Express. Now, fantastic Christmas film, fantastic Christmas story. The story begins on Christmas Eve. A young boy wakes up in the middle of the night to the sound of a train waiting for him outside. He gets on the train and with the surprise he sees other children aboard. But the train takes them to the North Pole where they meet the Christmas elves and Paul there. So, the boy is handpicked by Father Christmas to pick out the first Christmas gift. And he can choose anything he wants. So the boy asks for one of the bells from the reindeer's harness. So when he returns home, the train pulls away, but his bell is lost. He hasn't got his Christmas present. So the next morning on Christmas Day, his sister finds a small gift for him under the tree. On opening the present, he finds that it's the same bell that was given to him by Father Christmas. Shaking the bell, he hears the noise. But as he grows up and as his sister grows up, and years pass, the boy can still hear that little bell. However, his sister and his parents and everyone else cannot. Because he has belief. The boy has belief in the magic of Christmas, and he has belief in Santa Claus. So what I learned from just watching this film was, if we can believe in Father Christmas for around 10 to 12 years, you can believe in yourself for a lot longer. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. This is perhaps why I don't watch film. Thanks for that. That's safe for the effort. Right, next up, Terry, go on. Have we got any membership matters for you to tell us about?
Nothing else to show you today.
In anticipation of more in about 3 or 4 weeks' time, let's move it on. I think I feel, having got everybody to stand up, I'll stand up now to introduce the run-up to the 60 seconds. Got that? I'm passing round the business card box. Possibly orgasmic at this end. And I'm also, I'm going to pass around the box for you to stick your bits of paper in. And as all of that spins round, we move on to the 60-second round. Your chance to highlight your business and what it does. In 60 seconds, Father Christmas over here has the bell, and is the bellman. And the Oscar is run by Brian. You might not be able to spot the Oscar because he's got all the presents around it, but he will be adjudicating the Oscar this week. So with all that in place, we get on with the, whatever it is, the 60-second round itself. We start with John Freeman, who is followed by Mr. Rogers himself.
Ryan goes first.
How can I possibly... Right. You go first, and you're followed by John Freeman, who will be followed by Mr. Rogers.
Good morning, everybody. Brian, hypnotherapist, Pilgrim Hypnotherapy. I'm winding down for Christmas. It's not my choice, it's the choice of my clients. 3 have got COVID. One guy had an accident in his car, and then the ladies picked his daughter up from school because she's ill. So it's not my choice, we're winding down. So I should be looking to you to help me in the new year to look for people who've made resolutions and they're finding it difficult to keep. I can help them. So it's Brian Payne, hypnotherapist, Pilgrim Hypnotherapy. Help is just a phone call away.
Thank you, Brian. Having got that out of the way, we get on to the list proper, and it's John Freeman, followed by Mike Rogers. John, there you are. Get on with it.
Thanks, Adam. Good morning, everyone. My name's John. I am the one-stop property shop. We're about winding down, Brian. I'm getting wound up. It's the weather is just enough excuse for materials not being available. It's just driving me nuts. So I should have finished a week or 2 ago. I've got a week or 2 in front of me, and I'm just really trying hard to get current projects concluded before Christmas, and of course after Christmas. Wind me up on their luck. I won't be here to worry about it. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the referrals, all the business, all the support throughout the year, and I hope you all have a good Christmas. I won't be back in the new year until after mid-Feb.
Thank you, John. Mike, you're next. First of the three, we have three mics here today. Here's the first one.
Morning everybody.
Morning.
My name is Mike Rogers. I tell you that even though you won't be able to find me on social media, and the only thing I'm looking forward to is retirement. DIY is something that I paid John Freeman to do for me. At the end of the day, I don't want to revisit any of those decisions. If you want to have a one-to-one and give me a testimonial, you can go to my office because I won't be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You do that again,
Yeah. Ben, you're next, and you're followed by James.
Good morning, guys. Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and my bills were too big. Not a creature was stirring, not even a pig. The broadband was flaky and didn't quite work. The mobile expensive and costing me my shirt. The children were nested all snug in their beds. Visions of presents filled their sweet heads. Mummy in her nightie, Daddy in his cap. They'd settled for utilities that were really quite crap. The Utility Warehouse puts on such a show. Their prices were always going to be below their existing providers that were all so dear, and service that made them feel, oh, so queer. With price of a driver and service so quick, they knew in a moment they had to click onto Ben's website to save lots of cash. The transfer was easy, done in a flash. So if you want to join me and bring down your bills, give me a call, I'll give you some thrills. If you want to save money and big bills make you twitchy, I say Merry Christmas to all, and may your bills always be titchy. Ben Golding, Utility Warehouse.
Well done, Ben. Someone said you didn't make that. That's Ben. James is next, followed by Toby.
Morning all. James from Various Insurance Brokers, and I'm really pleased I didn't waste a lot of effort doing the 60 seconds a day because there's no point in trying to follow that, is there? Really, I'm just taking the opportunity to thank everyone who's placed business, recommended business this year. I've recently had to justify my membership here to a new boss. It took about 30 seconds. And that's all down to you guys. So I got brownie points, I got taken out for lunch. So thank you very much. Happy Christmas, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, James. Toby. Thanks, Toby.
Yeah, my business has changed quite a lot over the past year. I've been on a bit of a journey of self-development and training. And just to reiterate what others have said, big thanks for everybody who's used my my services, including having a deep dive. Provided me with services and products, had one-to-ones with me. One here somewhere. Sought my advice, referred me, helped my clients with their services, and laughed and joked with me, or even at me. I believe that my membership is now confirmed for next year. It's still in debate.
It's still debate.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, thank you and happy Christmas, and hopefully see you in the new year. Just need to have that confirmed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toby. As usual, revelatory, if nothing else. Melissa, you're next, and you're followed by second Mike.
Morning everybody, Melissa Jackson, Kenway Francis, licensed insolvency practitioner. Not the Green Reaper, hopefully. We do help businesses with their difficulties and help them through situations which they find themselves in, hopefully to come out the other side, save jobs, save a business, if not a company. What we found this year has been a really mixed bag. We've done solvent liquidations where the shareholders decided to stop the business and take their money out and go and do something more interesting. We've seen a lot of bankruptcy. A lot of people are under a lot of pressure. I still have to take people's properties and sell them and pay the creditors out. As we go through these difficult times and people are under pressure, nothing's changed in terms of businesses and the fact that directors are continuing to have to face the difficulties of business rates, paying their staff more money, increases in NI, etc. That, etc. And that's going to get worse into the new year. But just again, thank you very much to everybody who has listened to us and had great knowledge and experience in being with the in this first year. Assisting businesses in financial distress.
Thank you, Melissa. You've got an office at home, haven't you?
Yes! Thank you.
That's the line.
Ho, ho, ho.
At the end of the
Sorry.
Only
Just one line. You'll all get out by the end of it. I'll do what I can to assist. Mike Skinner is followed by the other Mike.
A lot that Jane honestly expected fair play then. Right, so I haven't got a sales pitch for Christmas, and whilst I'm not religious, I thought I'd share a motivational nativity story for the morning. So, at the birth of Jesus, many local shepherds hurried to the stables with different gifts. Each brought what he had. Some brought fruits to their labours, others brought precious items with them. But as they were all presenting their gifts, there was one shepherd who had nothing to give. He was extremely poor and he had no gift to present. As the others were completing to offer their gifts, he stood apart, embarrassed. At a certain point, Joseph and Mary found it hard to receive all those gifts, especially Mary, who was tired from the birth and from holding the new baby. Seeing the shepherd with empty hands, she asked him to draw near. She put the baby Jesus into his arms to allow herself some rest. That shepherd, having accepted him, became aware of holding in his arms the greatest gift of all time. He looked at his hands. Those hands always seemed so empty to him, but to Mary, they had been the support she needed at that moment. But don't worry if you come to a situation empty-handed. As long as you arrive open-hearted, you can still make a difference. That's right. That happened to me.
Excellent. Story for Christmas. Mike, you're next, followed by Father Christmas.
Morning everyone, I'm Mike Easton from LSA Systems, based in Billericay, with Friendly IT service provider. Last week I told you that some members are struggling to understand what LSA provides as a service. So for the next few meetings, I'm going to tell you about the job or task that we've carried out during the previous week. This week we've been offering all of our customers with a PC over 2 years old an upgrade from an old spinning disk to a solid state or SSD disk. A bit like a memory card that you get in a camera. This will increase the speed of the machine by up to 5 times. Within this offering, we will transfer all the programs and settings and supply the hardware and labour required for an all-in price of £250 plus VAT. For EBF members, we'll do it for £200. A little bit of a discount there. And we'll do it for £150 if you bring the machine to our offices, and we'll do our best to do it in the same day. So if anyone here hears anyone complaining about the speed of the machine, send them my way. That's Mike from LSA Systems, and Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you.
Some would say it's a no-brainer, wouldn't they?
Yes. What's the benchmark speed of those?
That's a great promotion.
It's a great yeah, that's a good package.
Just cheating in this door, that might
Those SSDs, they start up much quicker, don't they?
This is, yes. All right.
I'm glad we're not here next week.
You mean there's no reason?
I don't know where I'll get my breakfast from next week.
Right, let's show some leadership, please. Can we move on?
We've had that already.
Right. Father Christmas.
Oh. Morning, Nick Claus here from Christmas Limited. We provide a personal seasonal gift procurement and distribution service. I can't carry on. Lucas standing in the Anyway, my final week, everyone, and I just wanted to reiterate what I said last week. That it's been an absolute pleasure being part of this group. Thank you to all those that I've worked with, that provided me with help, advice, assistance, support. You're an incredible lot. I will miss you dearly, and I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, a prosperous 2023, and all the very best for the future. So thank you all once again.
Right. Thanks, Paul. Right. Terry is next, and he would have been followed by John Hammond, but he's sprung a leak, or his son has, so he's gone. Howard will follow that.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate. Terry Magan, CMO. Just a quick story. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again because it's worth talking about. I've had 2 new clients this week, personal injury clients, essentially quite nice cases for me. Both of them, when I asked them where they came from, which I always do, Googled me and looked at the website and looked at the Google reviews, and they chose me based on that. And it's largely thanks to our friend Scott, who's rammed home the message to me: get your website up to date, make it, pretty-ish, but also the Google reviews, so important. Clients spoke to me yesterday, said I've read them all. They can't all be wrong, and that's how I get business. So if any of you have got a website or you've got Google reviews, do a little bit of effort, ask around, and get those up, because people do actually take notes of them, especially the younger generation. That's how they choose. Older generation ask for recommendations. Younger people tend to look at it and go, hey, look, 5-star Google reviews, really choose. So thank you very much, Scott, for ramming home that message, and it does work. Terry Magan, TM Law.
Thank you, Terry.
Time for a review.
They'll fall for it.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Would you say that's a quick win, Terry?
Okay. I think it's all about testimonials.
Looking for long-term success, I think.
Business networking bingo free square.
Can I prevail upon you to listen to the 60 seconds? If somebody could get the whole bloody thing out and get it out of the way, I'd be grateful. And Howard is next, and he's followed by Scott.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Howard Bullock from Clear Financial Advice. We're independent financial advisors in Clear Heat. The year of 2022 has been bloody awful for me, from start to finish. But fortunately, I've got an amazing family, some great friends, and then there's you people as well. And throughout the year, now at the beginning of the year when I was lost all that bloody weight from long COVID, and more recently, I've been getting the odd phone call from one of you guys, and that's been really, really touching. So thank you very much, and from the bottom of my heart, Merry Christmas.
Did you mean weird?
Right, thank you, Howard. Next is Scott, and he is followed by Jen.
It's an awful shame that John Hammond has had to leave us and go. I was trying to find a way to manufacture into my 60 seconds. We had a social on Friday. Him and Blake came and we did another softy thing. I was trying to figure out how am I going to build in the fact that he shot me at practically point blank range and he was on my side. little friendly fire before the game even started. Just managed that now. So anyway, sorry John. Yes, it's been a terrific year, 2022 for me in terms of business, particularly from you guys. You represent the solid sort of foundation of where most of my work has come from. And it's been great. So thank you all so much for a really, really good year. There's already plenty of good stuff booked in for 23. So some good projects that are going to send you through the first quarter. So thank you again. EBF is such an important factor in my business. So cheers, guys.
Thanks, Scott. Jen.
Hello everybody, Auntie Jane here from the English Green Tea Company. The Secret Santa gift there reminds me of the importance of packaging. So when we designed our initial boxes, they weren't like this. They were brown boxes with the odd sticker on. Now that doesn't stand out in a sea of boxes. And if one went missing, we can't say, yes, it's a brown box, when there's 30,000 other brown boxes in the warehouse. So we redesigned this, but we had to make it pictorial, or they said we also needed to write the words in Urdu, which was the preferred language in the Milton Keynes depot, which did the sorting for our courier. So instead we went for pictures of houses, hoping people would appreciate which way a house should go. But the other aim is that this is going to incite some excitement to the people receiving this at the door, because it's obviously not your average thing arriving. And so if you would like us to continue sending out excitement on your behalf, please do remember us, New Year onwards, because at the end of the day,
Double line.
The English Green Tea Company is not just for Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you,
Do they speak Urdu in Cornwall and Devon?
That's not where the depots are.
Right, what next? Matt is next, and he is followed by Tina.
Good morning, everyone. Matt Farron from Luso. It's been a good year for us. But as always, at the end of the year, most of you probably know we have a little.
Sorry.
We have a little mascot, the Blue Sheriff, and he has a Christmas campaign that he does every year, raising money for charities. This year, we've been supporting the Daily Bread Cafe in Hutton, which do a wonderful job supporting the local community, giving out food banks, but also providing a respite, not only in terms of now with heating, but also giving mental and well-being support to people who really need it. And we have been, since we moved to Shenfield, we've been working with Shenfield businesses, and they have been unbelievably generous in giving tins of beans, loo rolls, spaghetti, tuna, soups, pasta, cereals, bread, you name it. Basically, nearly £900 worth of food and supplies have been given by Shenfield businesses, and we've been taking it to the Daily Bread Cafe. So it's just our way of sort of saying thanks to the wider community and just giving something a little bit back. So that's the sort of thing that we're all about.
Excellent. Yes, it's nice to see that not only do they think about giving food, but they watch it at the other end by giving out loo rolls. I think that's it has a symmetry that appeals to me. Thank you, Matt. Tina, you're next. You will be followed by me, and you will be followed by Paul Doo.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tina. My company's called Unity Executive Services. With the knowledge I have to help you meet deadlines.
Whoa.
Help you meet deadlines and ready for the Christmas holidays.
Yeah. Oh, another line.
Only good one, yes.
I can help you along the way. So if you're anybody that needs support before Christmas, because we've got to get reports out, or they're just looking for some gifts that I can pass over to Jane, or if anybody wants any help, I'll be happy to help. So that's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services. I'm not a 9 to 5, I'm a start to finish, and this is a great team, and it's a great synergy around as well.
Employing you is a real quick win for everybody, isn't it? Something of a call to action, really. Okay. All right.
All the time.
We'll see about that. Right, okay. I think it's me next. Yeah. Actually, because I'm winding down, I'm going to confine myself to giving thanks. 3 lots of thanks to you as members. First of all, for giving me the referrals. It forms a reasonable part of my working life, is taking referrals from you lot. So thank you all for that. Thank you to those who have received referrals from me personally. You've helped a great deal. John's a typical example. My wife has a permanent list that she keeps topped up for John, which is one of the reasons why he goes to Tenerife. But you've all been very helpful, but in particular, John, thank you for your help this year. And finally, the confidence that I have to recommend people and know that the recommendations I have made will be dealt with professionally, and I can trust everybody to give referrals. That is also very important. So three forms of thanks. And finally, I will try and do better next year in trying to get out more referrals to all of you. Thank you, Paul. Right, and that's me done. And from one Paul to another, naughty corner, Paul. Yes.
Morning, everyone. Merry Christmas, and once again, thank you for all the business support and friendship over the year. Corner Xmas Bash tomorrow night, which we're looking forward to. So if you're in, but no, for us. So if you're very keen, watch out. Very, very careful. All the bad news about, it seems to be all bad news, but there's a lot of people doing really, really well. Media tend to push the bad news, but we've got a client had a £12 million salary last year, 35 rental income properties. Got another client, a limited company, made over £1 million profit, record profit. So there's a lot of people doing really well, and that's the type of people we can help. All types of people, big or small. Paul Booth from Booth & Co. Minimise tax, maximise Christmas, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Paul. You bring to an end the 62nd round. So I'm going to hand you over to Brian for the award of the Oscar.
John. James. Toby. It's not you. Terry and Jane, could be you. But the fact is, it has to be Ben. It's
Can I just say, this bingo sheet, I mean, has anyone else got a pot there for lasagna and Dunkarees? I haven't stitched up.
If you're leaving, don't expect any favours, right?
Right. Well done, Ben. Thank you for that, Brian. Let us move on. Meeting Secretary's report. Scott, fire away.
Okie dokie, couple of bits. Terry, thank you for your kindness for 60 seconds. Talking about reviews. One that I'd love you all to do, please, forget reviewing me and my business, but EBF loves reviews too. It's really important for us to keep our 5-star rating and to grow the number of reviews that we have. You can only review it once, so if you've already done it, and you know many of our 10+ year members have done it, you can update your review. But if you haven't reviewed us yet, please just search on Google and drop us a 5-star. Nothing less than 5 stars, please. We're all friends, we can request that. I always ask, but you have reviews for 5 stars. And as a technique, if you write the review for the person you're asking to give the review to and say, I'd like to say this, please edit it as you choose, they won't edit it, they'll just agree. And then they'll just copy what you wrote and they'll post it for you. So that's the tip. So there we go. Reviews for EBF, please. That'd be wonderful. Second part of my meeting secretary's report is a really important one. Paul, last meeting today, but also it was your 50th birthday yesterday. Yay. So on behalf of everybody, we want to just thank you very, very much for your contribution to the meeting and you know your great big birthday. It's a gift.
Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. Yeah, congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
We'll dearly miss you.
Here we go.
Did you give him the bump?
Well done.
Open it up.
All right, come here.
Yes.
I'll read that in
Is it on the
later.
personalisation?
So I just caught up a lead pair of reading glasses. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone. I really absolutely touched.
Stay in touch, mate.
Thank you so much.
Right. That leads us up to the 10-minute slot. I call it that because that's what's written down here. And it's not going to be a normal 10-minute presentation this time. But Ben, do you want to tell anybody about the 10-minute presentation coming up in the new year?
Yes. So obviously we've got something slightly different today. We have the Brian Painter Experience today. So, But obviously this is the last meeting of the year, so we are due back to come on the 5th of January. And Scott will be providing the 10 minutes for that one, and I'm down to do the Ed slots for that day, or what we call. And then on the 12th, Mike and Howard are doing a special 10 minutes with Toby doing the education slot. 19th will be Neil doing the 10 minutes and Hannah doing her first education slot. And then 26th will be Nick, sorry, doing the 10 minutes presentation. But I will send an email around over the next week to give you an update for the first 6 weeks of the year. When it is your turn to do 10 minutes, please go to the EBF website, download the bio sheet, get it to me a day or two beforehand. If you can't do your 10 minutes or your Ed slot for whatever reason, please let me know as soon as possible, and we'll do our best to help things round. So, it's enough talking for me. I'm going to let you introduce Brian.
I will. An indefinite time, I will stand. Yes, we aren't having a 10-minute presentation, as you all know. It is the Brian Painter experience, and so I will simply introduce him. Brian, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Last we started, back for more Brian Painter experience.
Music, please.
This is how the programme will work. We'll have a few quiz questions, and then I'll draw a number from the box, and that number will coincide with the number on the sheet of when you entered, when you signed in, I should say. And then that person, whoever it is, can come up and they can select their own gift.
Brian, so that you know, 19. There
Yes.
are 19 of us.
Yeah, yeah. So, we've all got paper and pens.
Yeah.
Anybody missing?
Yeah, it's only bingo over. Has anybody not got a piece of paper?
Yeah, we've got paper from round.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's
And this is a politically correct quiz.
Right. I will reserve that judgment until we get to the end.
Right. Okay, the first question is, what does the word doner mean in doner kebab? Is it rotating, revolving, or best meat? Rotating, revolving, or best meat?
I thought you'd say revolting. Yeah.
Yeah, revolting, yeah. Okay, next, number 2 is, of which product do Britain see 97% of the world's supply? Is it Marmite, baked beans, or chicken tikka masala? 97%. Marmite, baked beans, chicken tikka masala. Still on the theme of eating, what do Peruvians eat 60 million of a year? Peruvians eat 60 million of a year. Guinea pigs, B, McDonald meals, C, Mars bars. Guinea pigs, McDonald meals, or Mars bars. And number 4. Which Christmas party dance was banned in Cuba in the early 1930s? The conga, the tango, B, the tango, or C, the hokey cokey? The conga, the tango, or the hokey cokey?
I see Chicken Howard.
I was once asked to leave the hokey cokey dance. I kept pushing it in and I should be shaking all around. Right, so first.
It's going to get worse.
That's just warming up, isn't it?
Oh, in fact, it's number 1.
Oh, number 1 is Paul Booth.
Paul, your choice.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they should.
decisions.
You take time, Paul.
Yeah. Got all day.
Another job to go to.
I don't have any meetings till
Yeah.
12.
We've got till next week.
Great. Okay, I'm going to take our next number, which is number 9.
Number 9 is John Hammond.
So I'm going to do
No, well, I think John's
Put it in, so we should take it.
So take a
Yeah.
set a precedent aside for it, Brian.
number
You have to choose. There you go.
Anybody seeing John?
I may be seeing John. I'm happy to take it.
You lost it.
You haven't got anything to say yet, have you?
memory. Jessica, I said I'd forgotten to bring a Secret Santa, but I brought this.
Oh no, you did bring that.
No, I didn't. That's not mine. That's John.
Shall I write it on that?
Yes.
I'll take it for John.
All right.
Oh, this won't match on it anyway.
Okay. That's
Potentially see it.
So it's repelling the thing. Keep it in the fridge apparently.
Oh.
Leave that outside the back.
Oh, it's open that way.
There we go. Number 8.
Number 8 is Howard.
I didn't put in. I didn't want to have so pick someone else.
Right. Okay, let's go on with Chris then. Cages were sometimes put over Victorian tombstones to prevent what? A. To stop the occupants returning as zombies. B. To prevent them being stolen by stonemasons. And C. For prestige. That's the Victorian tombstones. And number 6. What has been used to stop pigeons perching on Winston Churchill's statue in Parliament Square? A. By electrifying it. B. By hiring the master of the King's horse. And C. By putting up a sign saying, no perching can be delivered.
The master of the King's horse.
Horse.
Fair attention,
You heard of, we all know about deja vu, don't we? You heard of deja vu? It's a feeling from, you've heard all this bullshit before.
Oh. Dijon is remembering that mustard you've had before.
Number 7. Budapest actually comprises the 2 separate cities of Buda and Pest. Is that true or false?
Went there last this year, so I know that.
We know that.
What's the first part of the question?
Oh,
What was the first part of that?
Budapest actually comprises the 2 cities, 2 separate cities, Buda and Pest. Truthful. Number 8. What is the smallest internationally recognized independent state in the world? The smallest internationally recognized independent state.
Is there a choice?
No, you're right, the answer to that one.
No, you should know that one, right?
You've got to know that one.
Pretty.
That's called no clue.
Say again.
No clue.
You know that clue?
Sorry, say the question again.
Smallest internationally recognised
Is that the 9? What did Victoria, Queen Victoria, Barbara Windsor, and Joan of Arc have in common? A. They were all born on New Year's Day. B. They were all allergic to carrots. And see they were all the same height? What was the question? Queen Victoria, Father Windsor, and Joan of Arc. How there?
Same set.
Right, go on. Okay, yep. Next. Number 6.
Number 6 is Jane.
Go on, Jane.
I have bad at recovering. I don't know what's inside.
You just want to re-gift the box.
No,
Yeah.
And then we have number 15.
Number 15 is To Be Acton.
Oh, that's got 2.
You know you look inside.
I bet you squeeze presents as well, didn't you?
Oh, it's all for the gold bars, I have no idea. And we have number 11.
Number 11 is Father Christmas. You couldn't have that bag in Qatar, could you?
So, please, number 10.
Yes.
Before Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain in the world? Before Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain in the world?
Oh, yes, of course.
Number 11.
Yes, sorry, it's too early.
Which military leader said an army marches on its stomach? Was it Rommel, Napoleon, or Montgomery? Rommel, Napoleon.
He said I don't sweat.
That's it.
An army marches on its feet.
Penises.
Number 12. Many months have 31 days, but how many have 28 days? Many months have 31 days, but how many have 28?
I know the level now.
Okay, so 13. 13. Adam's mother had 4 children, April, May, and June. What was the 4th one called? Adam's mother had 4 children, April, May, and June. What was the 4th one?
So I'm awake now.
So 14. On what part of the cave, the floor or ceiling, do stalactites form? What part of the cave, the floor or the ceiling, do stalactites form? And 15. At Ronnie Barker's Memorial Service in Westminster in 2006, 4 candles were carried instead of the normal 2. True or false? Ronnie Barker's Memorial Service, Westminster.
Good. Pulling up the Brian. Pulling up.
Yeah.
16.
Oh.
No.
What did you say, Scott?
Pull a number out of the box.
Pull that number out of the box.
13.
Mike Skinner.
Also wasn't involved, so skip that one.
Right.
No? 10.
Number 10 is Terry.
Go.
Unfortunately, the one I wanted is not Scott.
Oh, Scott.
Well, take that. 'Cause it needs to go
That was yours,
That was his
one.
Okay.
I told my wife not to bring it back.
14.
14 is Melissa.
Take the lot and bring it back.
It's not a puppy, is it?
No.
It was.
It's one of the 60 million guinea pigs.
So one more win. That would be 12.
Number 12 from one Mike to no Mike Hickson. Will it go for the big one?
Yeah. I might have that one.
Yeah, you take them all. That's a big toe bone.
Slice of three.
Right.
16.
16 is James.
No,
Works on both levels.
Bulletproof vests, windshield wipers, and laser printing were all invented by women. True or false? That's bulletproof vests, windshield wipers, and laser printing. All invented by women. True or false? Which place was Whittington mayor of first? Was it Manchester, Liverpool, London, or Ganshill Village?
What was the start of the question?
Pardon?
Sorry, what was the start of the question?
Dick Whittington was mayor of which place first?
I played Dick Whittington in Tesco one year.
Oh, no, you.
Oh, yes, I did.
18. Chalk, bone, ashes were common with which Georgian food? Porridge, bread, or Yorkshire pudding? Official. Frisbee prizes 19.
Sorry, that was John Freeman, 19.
I've got mine, thank you.
18.
Mike Rogers.
And you can't have your own one.
I know what's in that one.
Hold on, Mike. 16.
16.
Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah, that's right, that's James.
And the last two, number 5.
Number 5 is Matt. Go on.
So I must be the last one.
No, it's 7.
What's in the last two?
No, that's the same. No,
Number 7.
No, Scott.
Well, I haven't had one yet.
Keep putting the numbers, Brian.
Keep going, Brian. Try Aidan and Ben.
Yeah. 17 and 2, please.
Yeah.
We just select for you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll have the blue bag then, Scott.
And I'll have the red box, please.
Looks like you've got the
Blue bag.
There you go. Thank you very much.
That's because you knew.
No, I'm just assuming it's alcohol. To be fair.
What we got here?
There's two there.
That's mine.
It's like a terrace chocolate orange.
There's two there.
You say cable? Oh, okay. Left or right?
Oh dear. I'll have the.
Terrace chocolate orange. Or
Right. Yeah, that one.
That one. Or the 101 best education slots.
And is there anybody who hasn't got one?
Brian.
Brian hasn't got one.
No, I forgot to bring mine, unfortunately.
Right, so
It's all wrapped.
Well, who left early?
John. How many are left over? Then do they left over? Just give them to John.
Well, Brian, take them.
No, well, it's
Yeah.
what they don't make you can't do.
Yeah.
So, 19.
Oh.
How does that work?
I don't know.
You didn't put one in. Right, 19.
Yeah, 19. Which of these was acceptable in the Middle Ages? A. Spitting bones on the floor for the dogs. B. Burping at the table. C. Speaking when your mouth was full. Which of these was acceptable?
That's chapter 13 of my book.
Sorry, Brian, what are the three spitting bones on the floor?
For the dogs.
Yeah.
Burping at the table. Or speaking when your mouth was full. Fine, numbers 20. Number 20.
I was expecting all of the above.
Yes, thank you. What did cavemen use as toilet paper? Was it A. deerskin, B. moss, or C. hedgehog skin?
Oh.
Yes, so the
I've got fresh hedgehogs.
Peru, they used yes, we do.
Right.
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 So,
Well done.
So
the answers, please.
Yes, the answers. Right.
After that bingo, you're forcing people to make up their own.
Number one, which was the dollar question. That means rotating.
A, B, C, what's that?
And and the product that Britain's in 90% of the world's supply is actually baked beans.
Hey.
And the Peruvians eat 60 million guinea pigs.
Hey, I got it.
So they put them in the
Brian, my husband is at a restaurant in Peru and you're invited to choose your guinea pig. They're all squeaky and fluffy and gorgeous. And then it turns back up on a stick complete with the fur.
Oh.
And you have to, yeah.
No.
I thank you. Thanks for
The party that was banned in Cuba in the 1930s was the conga.
So far.
And the reason that Victorians put cages over tombstones was to stop the occupants returning as zombies.
Yeah, you got
And what was used to stop the pigeons perching on Winston Churchill? That was like electrifying.
Yes.
Oh, that's
A.
I've got that one.
That was the American chessboard as well. Yeah.
You're the cleverest one here, though.
And Budapest, two cities, Buda and Pest combined is true.
Paul hasn't got anything to
The internationally recognised city is, of course, the Vatican.
I've been there.
And
Rome.
I'm Candy Island. It's very similar moral compass, it's fine.
Queen Victoria, Barbara Windsor, Joan of Arc had in common were all the same height, 4 feet 11. Makes Tina look a giant.
I thought you'd have put Tina in the list.
Before Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain in the world? What did you get for that, John?
Everest.
Which makes you get rid of that question mark? What's Everest?
Everest.
I wasn't still there.
I got it wrong.
And the military leader, Army March on its stomach, was Napoleon.
Yeah.
I've got that
Really nice.
right.
And how many months have 28? And of course, it's all of them.
Yay.
Oh, Mike, you didn't get caught on that, did you? Oh,
Question 12. The answer was 12.
30 was Adam's mother had 4 children.
Adam.
April, May, and June. What was the fourth one called? The fourth one was called Adam.
I thought July.
Oh, Tina. Let me put the booby
And not part of the cage, the floor scene are stalactites formed as the ceiling.
Tights come down.
Yours was bigger than mine. Mine was just stalactites I have to hold on tight.
What I haven't told you, of course, is the winner gets a rather fabulous prize.
Ooh.
I'll tell you that for you.
It's a Brian's chocolate orange.
Now, Ronnie Barker's funeral, with 4 candles carried instead of the normal 2. True or false was true. We have 16 bulletproof vests, windshield wipers, and laser printing were actually all invented by women. True or false?
Yay. You got that one right.
And Dick Whittington, remember 17 was first Lord Mayor of London.
Against him.
I feel you're not taking this seriously, Tina.
Chalk, bone and ashes were common in which Georgian fluid was actually bread.
Yeah. I like this in quizzes. If I forget, I'll put anything down.
And what was accepted in the Middle Ages, that was bourbon at the table.
Oh,
A, B,
so,
C.
ADLC.
That was B.
That was
But also the Romans, also was acceptable for them to burn, and then obviously then go to the vomitarium afterwards.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt.
Outside there.
And what the cavemen used as toilet paper, it was moss.
Yes.
So,
This is some hard work, isn't it?
Right, thank you very much indeed.
I think everybody's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Can I ask everybody?
the sheriff has your
Everybody calms down. I'm staying sitting because I didn't do it.
Those who didn't get 10, please sit down.
You get more than 10. Surprise.
12. 13. 14.
Got 14.
Yes.
I've not got 14.
14's fine.
Shall I stay up?
I think
Yeah,
this
if we
is
sit down
I'll be down next time.
Yes, exactly.
Who've got 15 or more? 16 or more?
Oh, I see.
17.
Stand up.
What?
Because I've seen the answers anyway. So.
Oh.
I saw the first couple of answers.
I love the Christmas theme quiz.
More gifts.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Right. Now, let's, can we get to the end now? It is the referrals round. A quick round, please. Start with the naughty corner.
Bingo.
Well done, Brian. Thank you also to the leadership team for the year and happy New Year.
Yeah, thanks you guys at the top for making all this happen. I've got a couple of one-to-ones that show me money. Have a great Christmas, have a great New Year.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone. I got a referral for James, which is a done deal, and thank you money to Mike. And yeah, great meeting, wonderful quizzes. See you all next year.
Very good. That's a great meeting and fantastic year. I'll be doing a Google review for India. See you all next year. I'm actually away from home for January. We'll be here on the 5th. But I will be in Australia for January.
Are you on holiday?
I'm on holiday.
If you'd have gone to Tenerife, you'd have seen John.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
there.
Thanks everyone, great meeting. Thanks Brian for the and for Tuesday night. It's great. And thanks to the team for organising the EDF for me for my first 12 months. Thank you.
Good meeting as always, good year, fantastic. I had a one-to-one with Ben. I've got a much thank you money for Aidan to the range. Yeah, good Christmas, New Year. I'll see you again in all the whatever day in January.
Great meeting, great year, great people, and finally, Felix Des Navitatas.
And to you.
Latin.
Happy Christmas. I've had a one-to-one with Ben. I've done a referral for Terry that's already done, which I've done for myself at first.
Oh yeah.
Which, I'm sure I did put Terry down. And thanks Brian for Tuesday, really enjoyable. And see you all next year. Have a good Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It's been emotional.
Yeah, terrific meeting, terrific year. Thank you all. Germany Money's in from Expert with David Plumley. Nice big one. Very big job I've done. Also, Paul, thank you. Payment on GAP project all finished. Wonderful. Congratulations to Matt. We won a big project yesterday. It's going to be sorted for us for January. So well done.
The only advantage of Paul going is some other bugger will win the prizes next time round. And thanks again to James. He put me in touch with their health team, their health insurance team, and they've saved me £70 a month. Excellent.
Oh, Brian, yeah, brilliant. Well done, Chris. And thank you for Tuesday as well. It was a really, really good night. So yeah, one-to-one from James and Tina. I'm not going to be here till the middle of February. Now, so I won't be here there till February there because I'm going in for my isolate from the 3rd of January, so I'm going to be up to my eyeballs in morphine. But while I'm away, Paul is going to be stepping in. All the ed slots and 10 minutes are all sorted out, but Paul will be standing in for me while I recover. So I'll see you in a few extra weeks' time. Have a lovely Christmas, and think of me on the 10th when I'm going down, because I'm absolutely crappy myself. So, but yeah, have a good Christmas. Thank you.
Well, I think it's a conspiracy, because ever since Ben told you that I'm doing the 10 minutes the second week of January, half of you have decided to take the month off.
Some of us are leaving.
Yeah, big thanks to everyone for my first full year here, and it's been great. Everyone's been wonderful, and thanks to the leadership team and Brian for all his planning and events and such.
Yeah.
See you all next year.
Yeah, well done, Brian. It's pretty clean, pretty good.
Yes.
Tina, thank you for the money.
It was pretty fun.
That job. Thank you very much. Thank you for the money on the things. And Ben, that thing we're doing today, you've seen it today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, great meeting. Fantastic. Yeah, thank you for organising Tuesday. Really good evening. If anybody wants to get answers to the dingbats to me, I'll send out the answers next week. There's nothing except for them, I made up. And Matt, I've been learning some Arabic, so I don't know how to say Happy Christmas in Arabic.
I don't think they have it.
Mangi Tao.
So thank you to Brian very much for organising Tuesday, for remembering what we all ordered and all of that. It was a very good choice.
He didn't remember that. He really did.
But that's because we forgot. Thank you for money to Terry Fisherman and to Nick Cook and to John Freeman and to Stuart Smallcombe and to Terry and Aidan. Absolutely lovely. And then finally, I put a little music quiz on the EBF group, and we had a winner, a very worthy winner, who's our Ben.
Thank you very much.
Ben also wins Best Musical Entertainment.
Oh God, yeah, you're the fucker.
I actually thought that was really good.
Thank you.
I feel well, thank you to Matt for posting the funniest joke of the year on the WhatsApp.
Yes.
That was bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
Right.
Another really wonderful year. Good luck, Ben.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank the person who gave me the referral to you. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Right. Just before we wrap up, as usual, I'm sending you out into a cold but very, very sunny day. And before I do, has anybody got any announcements of any kind to make? Mike?
That's not chocolate orange. Coming from the world of IT, it's something to do with technology. So anyone who didn't think it really missed it.
Oh.
Can I swap?
Alexa.
For anybody who likes carol concerts, I'm actually a member of a group called The Big Sing. I don't know if you've heard about them. They're doing a concert on the 21st of December. It's next week, Wednesday, at the Brentwood Centre at 7 o'clock. If anyone's interested, I can put a thing on the group and click on it if you fancy going. Obviously, a lot of people at 7 o'clock.
A1 PM.
Jane?
Just to say, I'm going away for much of January to Canada to be with one of our sons. And can I buy that for a tenner? That can go to charity.
I don't know how we've got to that place.
Brian, did you take one?
No, I forgot to bring mine in.
Unless you forgot
Did you forget that you'd forgotten to bring it?
I tell you what, I think as it's a technology thing, Brian should have that. as a thank you. As a thank you for all that he's done.
Brian,
Okay, now, last of the year. The next time we meet, it will be January. Thanks all for your attendance over the year. Thanks all for being very positive, cheerful, and a group worth being with. Look forward to seeing you next year. Happy Christmas.